Sup, tubers? First video gang, gang, we in this bitch. Yeah, watch you click out in the next 5 seconds. But anyway, this is a story about the time that I was in high school on probation and I had to be escorted out of school. So yeah. At the time, I cannot really, remember. I think I was a junior at the time. I know that it was cold outside, but I don't remember what time of year it was. I was dating someone in the military, engaged actually, and he was home on leave. And I drove them to drink. And you're asking, you drove them to drink? Yes, bitch, that's not the only time I've driven somebody to drink. Look at me. The fuck? Anyway, so yes, I took them to the bar because Saturdays are for the boys. And I think I was 17. I knew there was beer in the back seat, but it didn't connect in my mind. A case of beer that was his brother's. It was him and his brother that was with me. And so I dropped them off. And it was at a bar that's in the middle of town, and it's on a very busy street that's very, it's hot, as they say, with the coppers. All right, the pigs are very, yeah. So I was pulled over in a 25. I think I was going to 34 and a 25. And the cop was super nice to me, blah, blah, blah. And because I wasn't 18, it was past curfew when I was pulled over. So, I think it was 1, 2, I don't know how late it was. It was pretty late. And he pulls me over, he's like, how you doing tonight, man, blah, 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 license registration. And I give it to him, he's like, did you know about the beer in the back seat? And I remembered as soon as he said that, I was like, fuck. Because I had texted his brother earlier about how if he wanted me to bring back his beer to the bar so that he could have it. And it's a good-ass thing that I had that text so I could show the cop and see, I'm not lying, that beer's not mine, blah, blah, blah. But the only thing that, I had on me that was mine that I wasn't supposed to was cigarettes because, lung cancer. But he didn't care. I didn't get, in trouble for that. The other thing I got in trouble for was the speeding ticket and, past curfew. So, yeah, long story short, I get put on probation. And it was in my city at the time. It was in a different city than what the incident had happened. My probation officer was a complete dickhead. The head of all dicks. Which they're kind of supposed to, but, he was even more so. So, he can literally eat a dick. My life was, I thought, going to shit. And compared to my life right now, it doesn't compare. But at the time, I thought my life was ending. At the time, my sperm donor and I were not getting along. And it was right after my birthday. So he had gifted me a new purse, a Michael Kors purse, a tablet that came in a package deal with the phone that he got me. Awesome, cool, wow, right? Wow. Before I got on probation, I went to the mall and my purse was stolen and it just so happened to have my tablet in it. Still had my phone though, but right after I got on probation, me and my dad got into a huge fight and he wanted me to give back the phone that he got me. And I was like, no, that's not happening because, no. My social life would be done. Are you kidding me? No. Stubborn ass Lil, decides not to give it back. And because I was on probation at the time, my dad, we're not even going to call him my dad. Because honestly, where the fuck have you been, bitch? Sperm donor decided to call my probation officer. And basically tell him this whole bunch of bullshit ass lies about how I stole that phone. Because I can stole a gifted item. Because that makes so much sense, right? Whatever. My dad's literally a narcissistic psychopath. We'll get into that another time. But, oh, God. So I got in trouble, naturally. Because when you're on probation, and especially in high school, you're supposed to, get good grades. You're supposed to tell him where you're going, days ahead of time. And if I stole something, then my probation would be lengthened. And I'm not here to play, honey. I'm not playing. I have volleyball games to play. I'm not playing with you, okay? I'm not here for it. So, I get in huge ass trouble. I was in school. It was a great day up until this happened, and I will never forget this day. I was sitting in English class, and the office calls me down. And this is not an uncommon thing, okay? My junior and senior year were literally, I was that kid. I was the kid that in the principal's office, like, all the time, like, it was just terrible. I was just not good. So, I get pulled down to the office. And when I come into the principal's office, the high school principal's office, there's not only just the high school principal, there's my probation officer, there's the high school principal, there's the middle school and elementary principal, and then there's the superintendent. And they're like, have a seat. And I'm like, great, cool. They take my book bag from me, they start going through my book bag, and bitch, I cannot believe this story still. Sperm donor, if you're watching this, you can double fuck yourself. Honestly, like, okay, anyway. They tell me that my dad told them that I sent him death threats on the phone that I stole. You're kidding me, right? You're fucking kidding me. No, I'm not. I really wish I was, but I'm not, because my life sucks. So, I start crying. That type of cry where you're so fucking pissed and you cannot believe that it's happening that you just, like, break down. And I'm not a crier whatsoever. So to cry in front of, like, essentially all the people that should hate me is fucking terrible. So my probation officer escorts me to my locker. And by this time, like, classes are changes. We're going 8th to 9th period. Like, people are staring at me. He spends, like, an hour going through my locker. Finding nothing. Just making a big deal out of nothing. A mountain out of the molehill. Nothing. I'm so sick and tired of this. I want to go home. The fuck? Or at least let me go back to class. Because I don't have to be here with you for you to go through my shit. Like, obviously, you're not going to ask my permission anyway. So just go through my shit. He's like, we have to go through your car still. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not dumb. If I'm on probation, I'm not going to smoke weed. I'm not going to have shit in my car. I'm not going to do anything. No. So, he goes in my car, right? And the first thing he does is he goes right into my console right here. And backstory, my favorite thing at Chipotle is the Chipotle lime salt. Judge me. Judge me. You know how they give you the guac cups and the salsa cups? I asked them to fill that with Chipotle lime salt so I can put it on my shit. Okay, and I keep it for later so that I don't have to keep asking for it. Okay, done. Whatever. He pulls out this thing, right? He pulls it out, and he's like, what's this? He opens up the cap, and he's like, is this cocaine? And not only did he just say that loud enough for everybody that's coming out because the bell just rang. You got a lot of nerve, I'm telling you right now. You got a lot of nerve. But guess who else has a lot of nerve, okay? I can't talk, but I got a lot of nerve, okay? Me. I got a lot of nerve. So what did I do? I dipped my finger in the bitch. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't cocaine. My mouth ain't numb. You know, looking back on it now, because I'm like, you know, for sure going to hell. This shit does not look like cocaine. It looks like meth, okay? Don't ask me how I know that, but that's a different story altogether. But honestly, how the fuck are you a cop? And you're going to ask me if it's cocaine when it don't even look like cocaine. You got a lot of nerve. And that is the end of my story. I eventually got off probation, not because I fulfilled all of the community service or was a good girl, but I was unsuccessfully discharged from probation because of all the drama that my dad had caused. So, thank you, sperm donor, in the end. Still go fuck yourself, but, thanks, man, you know. That's all, folks. Peace.